Cancer. My name is Maria at Indigo Earth. I am here to do a general reading for you, our water signs Cancer. Good to have you here. Thank you for coming into the channel. Let's welcome any cross-watchers as well. Cross-watchers, you are here to find out what's going on with your person. Therefore, some of this message could be for you as well. So feel free to swap around the characters as needed throughout the reading. And for anybody that comes across this message and they were drawn into it by the title, was the time that you were meant to listen to it. Messages that are coming through for you, Cancer, should reflect some aspect of your current situation. Doesn't have to reflect the whole thing. Or it could just resonate with an inner knowing, some kind of confirming something that you've known all along. So take what fits. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. Just might mean that the reading is meant for somebody else this week. But for those of you that this does resonate with, you can join me in the extended, which is in the description box below, the link to it. We're going to explore and go deeper into the message by exploring the zodiac signs that come up in your reading. And those zodiac signs are about intimate connections as well as background players, friends, family, extended family, blended family, colleagues, associates, work associates, best friends, your circle of friends, your significant other circle of friends, anybody that kind of influences your energetic field or the energetic field of your connection. And even if you don't know their zodiac signs, you'll recognize their energies as I read through those signs in the extended. So just keep that with you as we go forward here, and let's get started. This is for Cancer. Cancer Moon, Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising. It's for Cancer. Messages for those watching, please. All right, here we go. So, overall energy for the reading. Oh, you got the King of Cups, devotion. Wanting to make decisions for the betterment of the good of the whole. Let's see where your current energy is. We have the Three of Pentacles, building and working together. What is your situation right now? We have Temperance. So, aligning, bringing things together, bringing things into unison. What's your challenge here right now? We have the Queen of Wands. So you could have high expectations. There could be a lot of influence from other people around you right now that are kind of maybe wanting to be seen, wanting to be noticed, wanting to be recognized. But this is also about creative energy and creative flow. So let's see what life is working on with you, Cancer. What is life helping you with? Ace of Pentacles, new beginning. This could be a new concept. This could be a new way of doing something. This could be a new way of navigating through a situation. But let's see how you got here. Knight of Wands. So taking action on something. You took action on something. Something that you felt a desire for, a want. Could be a trigger too, but we'll get more information on that. So what's heading your way in the next 0 to 3 months? We have the Four of Cups. This could be learning how to say no. We'll see where that goes. But there may be something in this process that you're just not happy with right now. Maybe something needs to change. Maybe something's gotten stagnant. And it's just, not really going in the way or the direction that you hoped it would go. So let's see what what's in your favor here in this situation. The Emperor. You're a strategic planner here. You are a master in this field. You have some kind of pull here. You know what you're doing. You could be the brains behind all this, or you could be, the person that knows how to push this forward or move this forward. But this is what you've got going for you, is that people are going to be looking to you for direction. This is leadership. So what are the outside influences here? We have the Knight of Cups. Could be opening yourself up to some criticism and some vulnerability here, but we'll see where that goes as well. So what are the next steps in this endeavor? We have the Ten of Wands. So that's kind of pushing it forward, in spite of, still kind of pushing it forward. It's like carrying it through with what everybody else is either saying or not saying or doing or not doing. It's like you're regardless, you're going to push it forward anyway and take everybody with you in the direction that you want it to go. So what's going on here? What's this overall picture? We have the Ace of Swords. So wanting to move something forward in its true authenticity, in its true raw form. So how's this going to play out for you, Cancer? Let's see. Oh, well, good. Got the Nine of Cups. You're going to be happy with the outcome. So this seems to be looking more like a project to me. It could be situational. It could be relational. It seems to be looking more like a project that you're working on or you're going through. But we'll see where this takes us. But the project that you're working on, you have a deep devotion to. You feel strongly in it. Or whatever this situation is. So let's find out what Temperance is. Because you're trying to, like, bring in all four corners into the middle. Everybody get on the same page. We have the High Priestess. We have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Wands. So whatever this endeavor is, you have a strong sense about it. It seems to be established. It needs to go the distance. And not only is it going to go the distance, whatever this is going to be a life-changing stability, life-changing event. Like it's going to go for the long haul. Like this is something that is taking you on another trajectory. Like once this takes off, there's no going back to what was before. Like it's a new commitment coming in, one that's going to last for a while. And you're putting, you know, you could be putting some money into this. There could be other people putting money into this, but this is something that you want established. And you just know deep in your heart that this is the right way to go. So let's see what the Queen of Wands is. This could be drama on the horizon here. Yeah, it's covering the Three of Pentacles. So you're working with a lot of different personality types. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Devil. Well, again, you know, this is bringing in a lot of different personality types, something that you're trying to build. I think you've got people here that are very devoted to this, that are willing to put their heart and their soul into it. I also think you've got people in here who might be not as attached to the situation or the endeavor as you are. They're kind of more in it for the business sense of it. They're not really, you know, the Queen of Wands is going to do something that benefits their own energy, right? They're kind of in it for themselves. And so, you know, when you've got the Devil here, there's some kind of like, there probably are some people in this that are not coming from the heart space. They're more detached. They're more in it for to gather information, or maybe to figure things out, or maybe to give direction, or maybe there's too much input. They might be giving their input, or they might be doing it from a place of like a business model rather than a heartfelt model. I don't know that their devotion is the same when you've got the devil there. Their motives might not be the same as yours. There are some in here that are, but there are some in here that aren't as well. I think you're going to be able to like separate the two and see the two. I think you're going to be able to tell who's kind of like real and who's kind of maybe pretending to be real. So let's see what the Ace of Pentacles is for you, Cancer. Because this is what life is trying to assist you with. We have Death. We have the Moon. And we have the Two of Pentacles. So in order to start this new endeavor, some things need to be transformed and changed, right? There's a new model emerging here. Something else needs to emerge. You don't know quite what that is yet. It's not showing itself. There is transformation. There is a new beginning coming in. But it just hasn't revealed itself yet. And so now you're kind of like figuring out you're kind of in the planning stages of figuring out how to make this work with what you have and what's in front of you. I think you're also kind of like trying to bring two maybe opposite ideas, or, you know, Two of Pentacles is duality. So it's trying to maybe balance both of those and figure out, you know, how to make this best work for everybody's best interests. You're trying to like, you're trying to alchemize maybe two different sides of a situation, or two different ways of seeing something. And you're not quite sure how this is going to work out yet, but it is transforming itself. You're trying to blend this to bring it together, whatever that is. So let's see what this Knight of Wands is, how you got here, because you took action on something. Something that you really wanted. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Hierophant. I think you've gained a lot of wisdom and knowledge on something that you put a lot of time and effort into. It was very healing for you. It inspired you to take action on something that you wanted to create or make available for other people. You're in the planning and the preparation stages at this point, and you took action on it. You went forward with the idea. You're trying to grow something here, something that you have experienced already yourself, that brought you some sort of rest, some sort of resolve, some sort of healing process that you went through. So let's see what the Four of Cups is, because this is what's coming in the next 0 to 3 months. This is something that you're very devoted to. That's what I get for using cards that are too big for my hands. I need to know better. But I just felt drawn to use these cards for you. I am using the, where did I put it? The Mystical Moments deck. And this is my Infinity deck that I'm using right now that I actually found at an independent bookstore, and it did not have like the box or anything. The cards were just in a plastic bag, and I just felt really drawn to them. So I'm not quite sure what the name of this deck is, but I love the colors. So let's clarify what the Four of Cups is here. You're trying to keep something in its raw authenticity. We have the Chariot, we have Justice, and we have the Five of Swords. Well, there's challenges here. There's adjustments that are going to have to be made. There might be something coming in that you're just not happy with. You might have to say no. You might have to learn how to say no to move things forward because you want to do the right thing. You want to do the right thing, but there's some adjustments that might need to be made. And so that's where your decision making is going to come in because, whatever this transformation is for you, whatever new model is emerging, if it doesn't feel right and it doesn't coincide with the true authenticity of what you're trying to bring forth here or what you're trying to present, because you're the strategizer in this. That's what you got in your favor, right? You're kind of the one, the CEO of whatever this is. You know how to get it launched. You know how to get it started because you've had the experience of it. So some adjustments are going to have to be made. Not everybody might be in agreement. I don't know how you satisfy everybody's, ideas or perceptions or, you might have to just make a hard change here. So let's see what the Emperor is. This is what's in your favor. There's a vision. There's a vision here. You have a vision. But it's in here. And now you want it to take form. Page of Swords and the Star. Yep, you're the CEO here. You've done the learning. You've had the experience. This is your dream. This is your baby, right? And it's like you might need help getting this launched, or you might need assistance getting this launched. You want to stay true to its core meaning. Ace of Swords. And like I said, you could be opening yourself up to criticism, maybe being a little bit vulnerable. Maybe you're putting out a YouTube channel where you're in everybody's eyesight, or a blog, or maybe you're starting some kind of social media platform. Doesn't have to be, but you open yourself up to a lot of criticism when you do that. So clarify what the Knight of Cups is, because this is the outside influences. Yep, we have the Eight of Coins, or Eight of Pentacles, we have Death, and we have the Fool. Something's bringing you back to the drawing board here. Or trying to get you back to the drawing board here. There may be some people or some persons in this situation that may have to work hard at going through some transformation themselves before they can add their energy into this. I think a lot of this is going to depend on the focus as well. The outside influence, the focus. Some people may have to leave some of their ideals or their own, idealism or their own kind of like aspirations. They might have to, maybe this will help them work hard at finding their own aspirations and help them transform as well, where they can start again. Because this is kind of seems to be the overall energy here of, helping people transform. Showing the way of love. Finding their dreams, getting them to dream, getting them to feel good again, getting them to move from a place where they are happy and excited. But they also need to put in the work to make this transformation. So this could be the vision that you've got going on here, that you want to inspire people to make changes. But they've got to be willing to put in the time, the work, and the effort. So if you have people around you that aren't putting in the time and the work and the effort to change their own internal biases, I think you're going to be able to weed these people out. Because you're going to have to make some adjustments here in order to do the right thing. That's what's coming in. And I think you're going to have to learn how to say no on things that don't feel right, that aren't aligning with the authenticity of whatever this endeavor is. So let's see what the Ten of Wands is. Kind of carrying the burden of it all. But that's the next step. Okay, this guy wanted to jump out. That's the Ace of Swords again. We have the Tower, and we have the Page of Coins. All right, so in order for this to stay, your next steps, in order for this to stay in its authenticity, there's some things that are going to have to be let go of, where you're not carrying the burdens, or you might have to delegate responsibility. Because I think this is going to free you up in order to move this along and move this forward. There are some people that can't go with you here because they might not be standing in their truth. They might not be standing in the authenticity of how you, the CEO, the person who developed this, the one who sees the vision, they may not be on the same page as you. And they might have to, there are some things that are going with you that you're going to carry with you, and there's some that just like this is the end of their journey. They've got another journey to go on. Because you got the Tower here, right? And that's kind of like getting rid of stuff that doesn't really belong, doesn't really need to be there, so that you can feel a little bit more freer and eased and able to move forward in the direction that you want to go. So let's see what the Ace of Swords is. For others of you, this may just be speaking your truth. It's not that you're trying to create a business model here in the sense of like, this is just business and cutting people loose. You're trying to create something that is in your heart song. And those that are supposed to vibrate with you on that heart song are going to show up. And those that don't vibrate with you on that heart song are the ones that are going to, not that everybody has to agree with you, because you have to have a variety of different ideas and opinions. But if they're trying to take it in another direction, other than the direction, that's why you have to have your elevator speech. And that's why you have to have your why, right? Your why. What is this about? Your why. Because whatever this is, you want it to stay in its raw authenticity. And if it's being taken away from that, then those are your people that are not vibrating in the energy in which you want to take this to its next phase or wherever it's supposed to go, because there is a new model emerging. And it doesn't seem to be your regular business model. Seems to be a different type of model coming through. So let's see what the Ace of Swords is, because this is the overall picture. Standing in your truth, standing in your authenticity, moving forward in integrity, building something raw, real. We have the Hanged Man, and we have the King of Wands. So this is something that is highly influential. You see things from a different perspective maybe than others maybe see it. This is like kind of just unique to you, because the King of Wands is a very influential person, right? Someone who's kind of charismatic, someone who's very clever, very enthusiastic. High energy, but sees an opportunity and goes for it. And so I think your perspective might be different because it's kind of unique to you. And that's kind of the overall picture here. Whatever you have this great devotion to, you know, you might be trying to convey it, and people are working from a paradigm of the old business model or a paradigm of how you're supposed to get this done. I think you see this differently. So you're trying to bring the two together to make it work for everybody. But I think you're going to come to an aspect here where not everybody might be, not everybody, because you got the devil here. Not everybody might be authentically intrigued in this in the way that you are. And so, you know, there's going to have to come a period here where, you know, if it's not working, not that you have to be it's my way or the highway, but if it's not standing in its authenticity the way that you want it to be, to move it forward, you're might have to, you know, say no or confront some situations. But you're heading towards your Nine of Cups. And this is your baby because you're heading in the right direction. You got the star here, right? You've had the learning experience. You know deep inside what you're trying to create. It just hasn't quite taken form yet. So let's see what the Nine of Cups is, because this is where you're heading. It's a beautiful place to go. Yeah, the moon. So you're heading toward your Nine of Cups. It's just, it's not like a direct ladder, right? This is something that's being created out of nothing. It's being created from, it hasn't been created yet. You're creating it. So it's authentic to you. And so it's going to be an adventure. There's a lot of mysteries in it that are going to be hidden. I think if you stay in your authenticity with this and your awareness of it with your why speech or your elevator speech, of course that can always be tweaked here and there, but this is going to be taking form as you go. It's going to be taking form. You're building as you go. Notice your feelings. Three of Swords. Notice your feelings. Your feelings are the ones that are going to lead the way. So if it doesn't feel right and it just feels heavy and it just feels burdensome, right? It's time to release that, because then it's not staying in its true authenticity. And these are your next steps. If it feels heavy, if it doesn't feel right, if it just feels overburdening, if it feels like it's too much, it's not standing in its authenticity. And that is the time that it's supposed to be let go, the Tower, right? So that you can stay on the right path. So notice your feelings. Your feelings are what's guiding you through this. You have the knowledge and the wisdom here. You gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom through this experience. You know, some of you may have gone through the depths of, you know, darkness in order to come through this. And so you're building something here for humanity, King of Cups. You're building something here for humanity. And as we move forward, and we're kind of bringing this concept of the new earth coming in, a new paradigm, a new shift, the age of Aquarius, a lot of these old models are going to be dying, and they're not useful anymore. So new models need to arise, and this looks like this is one of those adventures where a new model is arising, but it's not following the old traditional ways, right? Hierophant, the old traditional ways. It's forming something new. A new model is emerging. So, if you have anybody who's on this adventure with you, let's see who showed up. I've got Scorpio showing up. I've got Cancer and Pisces showing up. I got Cancer again showing up with Libra. I've got Capricorn. I've got Taurus. I've got Aquarius. I've got Aries. I've got Sagittarius. I got Cancer, Pisces again. I've got Aquarius again, Scorpio again, Scorpio again, Pisces, and Cancer, Pisces again. So I'm going to look at those in the extended. We'll dive deeper into that, find out what their intentions are. For those of you not going on with me, this is from, well, if you want to come on again, because I didn't finish. This is from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck by Denise Lynn. So let's get some divine guidance here for you, Cancer. Reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. All your hard work and effort is going to get ready to pay off here. Glory, triumph, and success are yours. If you've given your power away, now is the time to reclaim it. It's time to stand in your own light. A destination is less of a place, but more of a new way of seeing the world. Your dreams are moving to fruition. If you have any incomplete projects or unresolved relationships, this is the time to complete them. This is an important part of reaching your destination. Take time to celebrate and acknowledge your small successes in life. The voyage here was long, and there are many adventures along the way. But as your trek reaches the destination, there's a feeling of joy and celebration. Well, there's your Nine of Cups. It's important to stop and rest and congratulate yourself for who you are and for what you have done. The traveler forgives those who on the voyage were less than honorable. Release any feelings of resentment, fear, and sadness that you may have gathered along the road. You've reached your goal. Let everything else go. You're a majestic being who can bring light into the hearts of others. Well, there's your outside influences. Celebrate and honor yourself because you are so worth it. Beautiful reading for you this week, Cancer. So that's what I have for you this week. For those of you that want to go on with me, the link to the extended is in the description box below. And until next time we meet, I wish you peace. Bye-bye.